Hello, everyone. Can you hear me? Okay. So I'm going to share something very interesting of a research she conducted with an industry partner, which is very reliable. Actually, we talked to Bill. Okay, let me just share this slide. Hope you can see this. Let's see. Okay. So we actually shared this slide to another class and they found it very interesting. And we also shared it to the researchers who are interested in looking at robotic process automation. So basically, I'm going to share with you today on how the robots are supposed to help the accountancy profession and not to take over the accounting profession, because I know nowadays students are asking, like, if you're going to use robots, why do we still need to study for the accounting degree? Why are we still studying for the ACCA exams and so forth? So let me share with you how actually the robots or the bots are going to help us and not to take over our jobs until we become like unemployed and so forth. Okay, now, let's start our slides today. And let me just double check. Okay, I'm just going to double check my slides. Okay, the title of the slide today is "The Robots Are Coming for the Accountancy Profession." Wow, sounds dramatic. Okay, okay, so actually we're going to look at the top 10 RPA, or they call it robotic process automation cases. Let's have a look. The first one, okay, so let's look at the definition. Okay, so robotic process automation is a software technology that makes it easy to build, deploy, and manage software robots that emulate human actions interacting with digital systems and software. Just like people, software robots can do things like understand what's on screen, complete the right keystrokes, navigate systems, identify and extract data, and perform a wide range of defined actions. But software robots can do it faster and more consistently than people, without the need to get up and stretch or take a coffee break. Okay. Using RPA in accounting and finance with its accounting and procurement departments meets both criteria. Okay. So they meet the both criteria. Okay, as a business function, it's famous for repetitive, time-consuming tasks like data entry, reporting, cross-checking, and record keeping, which are the perfect food for RPA bots. On the other hand, most processes are more or less structured and rule-based, as there are almost no exceptions or human decision-making involved. It's the automation of tedious, high-volume, and repetitive tasks in a digital environment. So now let's have a look at the 5 main benefits of implementing robotic process automation, RPA, in accounting and finance. Number 1, improve operational metrics and service level agreements. You can leverage on metrics such as days payable outstanding, days sales outstanding, and days inventory. Number 2, fewer mistakes and better compliance. Software robots can run such common processes as invoice processing end-to-end 24/7 and with no mistakes. Number 3, higher productivity. Your team will spend less time on routine operations, saving hours for strategizing and the tasks that drive value. Number 4, cost reduction, and it's not about staff redundancy. You'll have less turnover due to burnout and consequently lower hiring costs. Number 5, more transparency, fewer risks. RPA will streamline core financial processes, mitigating data safety and regulation risks. Okay, let's look at this slide. 10 most popular RPA implementation in finance and accounting. Number 1, account receivable. Okay, account receivable is a good point to kick off automation in finance as it's less reliant on external documents as opposed to accounts payable. The main metric RPA can help leverage here is day sales outstanding, DSO. DSO heavily depends on the human element on both the payees and the recipient side. For example, an accountant can forget to send an invoice. The result is not only a cash gap, if it's done too frequently, it jeopardizes the order to cash process and impacts liquidity. If you adopt RPA bots as your digital workforce, they will issue and email invoices automatically. By automating this task, you will get a consistent cash flow without deficiencies. Apart from eliminating cash gaps, RPA can help input information, sparing accountants from juggling multiple information systems, and there's more. Here's a list of possible accounts receivable tasks and processes that can benefit from intelligent automation. Customer data setup and management, extracting customer information from different sources, sales quotation and entry generation, invoice generation and distribution, cash application, customer credit monitoring, dispute resolution, follow-ups and follow-ups and reminders, credit risk management, and chargeback. Number 2, accounts payable and procure to pay. The metric robotic process automation can help you boost. Here is days payable outstanding, DPO. Though a high DPO has advantages, as there is more cash on hand for short-term operations, it may be tricky in terms of reputation. A high DPO is good when it's triggered by friendly credit terms, and not so good if the reason is that you are not able to pay your bills on time due to inefficiency. Operational lags in accounts payable usually occur while processing invoices. Vendor invoices are non-standardized and need to be cross-checked with purchasing orders and approved. Intelligent automation can streamline this process end-to-end, even if the incoming documents are paper-based, thanks to optical character recognition technology, OCR. Software robots can direct invoices to the team member responsible for the approval and set up reminders. They can also match the purchase order with the invoice, compare them, and flag the mismatches, if any, for review. Here are some examples of what RPA can do in accounts payable and procure to pay. Vendor verification and setup, purchase order entry, extracting data from invoices and purchase orders, vendor invoice processing, cross-checking invoices with purchase orders, preparing and or performing payments, payment validation and reconciliation, expense compliance audit, monitoring duplicates, and responding to vendor inquiries. Number 3, intercompany reconciliations, ICR. Another promising application point for RPA in finance and accounting is intercompany reconciliations. Balancing accounts to provide an accurate financial statement is a source of constant stress due to manual data entry, extraction, and cross-checking. In the worst cases, identifying unrecorded transactions or balances and rooting out invoicing mistakes can paralyze the entire department. A bot can streamline this process by easily acquiring and checking transactional data from any source, automatically approving all matching records and notifying about discrepancies. By adopting RPA, you can automate and streamline the following tasks and operations: extracting or retrieving data from files, searching for related statements in ERP systems, comparing balances, looking for missing invoices, and sending emails to customers, reporting discrepancies, directing reports to the business controller, and creating journal entries. Number 4, inventory management. This business process is all about control. You need to be in the know about inventory levels to maintain a constant product supply. RPA bots can do all the heavy lifting and help leverage the dead stock and stock out, improve lead times, and optimize storage costs. Inventory management. These are the tasks software bots can handle without batting an eyelash. Monitoring inventory, notifying about low inventory levels, ordering products when the stock levels hit a threshold, placing and approving stock orders, forecasting optimal inventory levels, updating ERP and WMS systems, reporting and follow-ups, and finally, tracking shipments. Number 5, travel and expenses. When it comes to business trips, RPA bots can facilitate lots of manual work for both travelers and accountants, creating a better employee experience. They can extract and read data from all types of receipts, check whether they qualify as a business expense, and wrap them into accurate expense reports, and all with zero time spent on the part of the employees involved. Entering expense records and checking according to company policies and legislation, aggregating data into expense reports, creating paychecks and managing benefits and reimbursements, alerting in case of policy violations or data discrepancies. Number 6, payroll. Speaking of payroll, both speaking of payroll, bots can help to avoid payment delays and inaccuracies, taking on data entry, timesheet validation, and deduction calculations. They can even extract data from paper sick lists that are still used in some countries. These are the use case RPA that can help you with employee data extraction, data verification across information systems, sick days, business trips, and timesheets, generating and improving timesheets. Tax through the main part of this business process takes place in tax compliance software. Finance teams still perform interim calculations that take time. RPA robots can automate this part by taking on gathering data for tax liability, creating tax bases, preparing reports, updating tax return workbooks, and submitting reports to tax authorities. Number 8, Treasury. Same for Treasury management, though there are quite sophisticated information systems in place. Initial data input is often performed manually. Bots can extract and transform data into a format a Treasury system can process, and even more. Extracting and formatting data, updating Treasury systems, sending out reports, and general ledger updates. Number 9, financial reporting. A safe way to monitor financial performance is to track profit and loss on a daily basis. However, updating P&L reports manually is tedious and time-consuming. RPA can take this task off your shoulders and generate immaculate reports in real time. Such intelligent automation will make your business processes more transparent and ensure financial forecasting accuracy. There are quite a lot of reporting processes where RPA can come in handy, such as trial balance and balance sheets, income statements, P&L, variance analysis, financial close processes, and regulatory or management reports. Number 10, financial planning and forecasting. As for planning and forecasting, bots can help with such tasks, such as loading balances to planning systems and creating variance reports. Based on this information and historic data, modern RPA platforms can also provide forecasts and help improve financial planning. The tax function is filled with routine processes that are still being performed manually in order to prepare reports and file information required by the law. Disparate systems and finance processes for many organizations often create a challenging in gathering and reconciling tax-related data. Finally, the robots are here to stay. The use cases we mentioned here cover most business processes that are related to finance and accounting. That means that any finance departments with high volumes of manually performed processes can benefit from digital transformation even without drastic infrastructure changes. And that's the gist of intelligent automation with RPA. You can take a shortcut towards better productivity, enabling people to perform more complex and strategic tasks that drive value. Thank you very much. So that's the end of my slide. So I hope that I alleviate all the fears, when people say that robots are going to take over your jobs and so forth. So actually, robots are going to make your work much easier. So thank you very much, and bye-bye. See you again in another video. Take care. Bye-bye.